Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another installment of the We Got Balls podcast. My name is Steve Trudeau. Thank you for joining us today with my two co-hosts, Emmanuel Pacheco and Mikey Almeida. Guys, how we doing?
Woohoo! Hey, Trudeau, on your LinkedIn, do you have host of the We Got Balls podcast?
Yeah, we want to know.
I haven't been on LinkedIn in a minute. I don't use it anymore. I always get updates like someone's LinkedIn
don't tell Emmanuel that, Trudeau.
But I should put that. I think that would get me some big job opportunities.
I link my Facebook to LinkedIn lately. Gone well. It hasn't gone well. I actually have used Facebook. I have not used Facebook.
I was going to ask.
I've completely gone off of Facebook. I just find it so irritating now.
Mike, you used to use Facebook?
Yeah, I'm still living in the dinosaur times. My Facebook. Whenever I go on LinkedIn, the first person that pops up is something stupid Emmanuel is trying to do with Rubik's Cubes or dog poop or something, but never We Got Balls.
I haven't. I did. I used to have a lot of posts there, but I have to be careful what I post there because I can't post Poopgate on LinkedIn profile. People will think of me differently.
But you can probably post about how you have the biggest baton in the world, right?
Yes, I did that.
Second biggest.
Okay, so I'll read my latest post is how my kids work at Lululemon and how the Olympics, the Canada won the fashion award for the Olympics.
Who's your better employee for Lululemon, Raymond or Jenilyn?
I think Jenilyn. Well, they're both very good. They're different. Jenilyn is definitely more meant for Lululemon. They love her there. They absolutely love her. Customers love her. She gets like 10 stars for all of her reviews.
I was talking to Emmanuel about this earlier in the week. Mike, is it me or is Lululemon kind of like a dying thing? Like, I'm sure it's still popular when it comes to like yoga and stuff, but like the brand, as far as people just wearing it around, I think it's on the downhill, right?
No.
It's hard. I think they're still killing it for like sports leisure, but with everybody going back to the 1990s for dress wear, like with these crazy pants, and you know what I'm talking about, Trudeau? Like, you got to get out of the house.
Me and Mikey had a meeting, and we both voted. You have to get out of that a little bit more, buddy.
It's been a long 2 years, man. It's been a long 2 years. I actually don't like talking to people anymore. I don't think I could talk to you two face to face anymore. This is all I want. This is as close as I want to get to you is through this Zoom window.
I'll avoid people. Well, there is a psychological thing. As soon as they announced that they have back to office, people are terrified. They don't want to go back to the office.
I do have a question now that we mentioned like not liking people, because I'm definitely like a cat as a person.
Yeah.
And one thing that drives me bananas is I hate when people open the door for me and hold the door for me. Because listen, I'm a slow walker, and like for you to hold the door and expect me to speed up to get to this door, like I can get the door myself. All right, don't make me walk any faster than I have to get to that door.
Where is this happening, Steve? Is this like Walmart or Target?
Because they have a guy that has a job. Life. You're taking a job away from somebody.
Where are these polite people?
No. I mean polite people. Stop being polite. In fact, all people that's polite, stop it. The person that's like holding up traffic to let me take a left turn, like stop it. Just act normal.
Then you can't visit Canada because that's all. Exactly. You can't visit Canada at all.
That's what I was about to say. You can't go to Canada, Steve. You'll kill someone.
I mean, my last name is Trudeau, so I don't know how welcome I'll be in Canada right now.
Every single time I announce, I'm on a podcast and I'm a co-host with Stefan Trudeau, is it any relation? And no, I say no.
Never know.
That's a lie. He's probably like, yes.
I know. I actually don't say Stephen Trudeau. I say Trudeau.
That's all you need. So you did touch on the Olympic stuff, and you were very excited about Canada and the Olympics, and we're definitely going to talk Olympics because I haven't watched any of it. And I'm actually kind of turned off by it, but you've been into it, so I kind of want to get an update. You can be like me and Mikey's liaison of the Olympics. You can be our ambassador. Like, you know how like countries like are having a diplomatic boycott? You're the We Got Balls ambassador.
I'm the ambassador.
The Olympics. Yeah, you're our ambassador.
I'm completely biased because every single thing I'm going to report on is just Canada. I have not been following the US. I've not been following most of the other countries, but Canada, I definitely know.
I'm sure you're going to get big into the Canada stuff. So we're going to do a little Olympic stuff later on in the show. Also, we have little life simple pleasures, probably towards the end, and then Mike, you want to talk a little Pro Bowl? I know you were all about up in arms about the Pro Bowl earlier when we were talking prior to starting the recording. But Emmanuel, where do you want to start today? Because I'm giving you the floor. The world is yours.
You guys, well, first it started off with Trudeau, where I told you this story and you did not believe me. You thought I was joking. You said, "Come on, stop jerking around." And then Mikey doesn't know about this yet. So there's something that happened last week, which is the taping of The Masked Singer, and a lot of people now know this. And I honestly thought it was a joke. I thought it was like the Onion article or things. Then I saw it on TV. And everybody was announced it was on news and all that. So Rudy Giuliani is one. Yeah, see, Mikey, that's the exact. This is not a joke. Rudy Giuliani is one of the Masked Singers, and as soon as they did his taping, when they revealed him, two of the judges walked off the set and wouldn't come back until he left. It's a very big controversy. But you know what the biggest controversy is? Guess what the biggest controversy is? The biggest controversy that it's actually not that shocking. It's kind of like, yeah, okay, so he's on there. People don't care. It's like this is a guy that tried to steal the election, that mastermind the insurrection, and he's on The Masked Singer now. So, like, and who cares about this now?
I feel like I would only accept him on The Masked Singer if when he revealed himself, because they have like the mask on and they reveal themselves when they lose. If like he was dripping like makeup like he was during that press conference, just like all down his face, then it'd be fun.
It was a very awkward situation, and the producers, they're either loving it or I don't think they're hating it. I think they're loving
it for the show, right?
100%, because everybody now wants to watch that episode. That's going to be the highest rated episode ever, is going to be that. And the Masked Singer itself was doing very well rating wise, but now it's like going through the roof.
What do you think that Rudy Giuliani picks as his song for The Masked Singer?
Oh, that would be good.
Something to do with Shakira.
Really? All the Girls I Loved Before, maybe that. I don't know what else.
I would like to think like he would do like, you remember Ken, what was it, who was the guy who was on American Idol that did She Bangs?
Oh. William Hung.
I want to say William Hung.
Yeah. I don't think it's that song though. That's for sure.
Which judges walked out?
So Robin Thicke and Ken Jeong.
Oh, Robin Thicke should really be.
Yeah. Robin Thicke, really. He's the one.
Robin Thicke. Yeah, he's the one.
Down.
But the two girls stayed there.
I think it would be more of a story if it was like on Nickelodeon. I don't know why. I feel like
but this is. But again, they had Sarah Palin on once, and they said, "I have a great idea. We'll just get another political person on there. Okay, it can't be that bad." And they definitely are making waves, and people are like really talking about it now that it's going to be one of the highest rated episodes as soon as it airs.
They knew what they were doing, right? Like when they did that, they knew that would be the reaction. It's also Fox, right? So like, they're boys with him.
But apparently, they did not expect the judges to walk off. The judges would not come back. Like, you got to understand that they taped and they didn't finish the taping, and they walked off and they didn't come back until they were assured that Giuliani was gone out of the building.
I'm trying to find songs to nominate that he would be singing because we don't know yet. So the episode hasn't aired.
Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah,
that one.
That's a good one. But I think
I was going for like some sort of like political upheaval to like overthrowing the government. So I got a nomination of Public Enemy, Fight the Power as one maybe.
Pass the Dolce.
Ooh, Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of, but I don't know if that really goes to the theme.
Oh wait. Let's see.
I don't think.
Oh, here it is. I got the one that he was singing.
You got it? Okay. I was looking for it.
His song was definitely Bob Marley, Get Up, Stand Up. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get it?
Oh, my God.
So, oh, God.
Well, he has the dreads to play the act. I don't know. That's the stupidest.
Who, in your opinion, could be like a worse choice of like someone who would be super controversial?
Other than Trump? other than
piss
Trump?
people off. I got a couple I wrote down, so
Okay.
I'll give you my two while you guys think of someone that could be like
I've got
a
one.
more controversial pick for the Masked Singer.
Okay.
So first, I'm going to nominate Bill Cosby. I dare you to beat
Yeah,
that one.
you'd be one. You'd be one. Yeah. But I have a better one.
I got a good one too.
Wait, is that a song? Someone nominated Reddit Rally Round the Family. I don't know if that's a song, but that sounds like a pretty good one. And then my second nominee for most controversial person to really piss people off would be who's the dad and like the with the 21 children. Is it the
I
Dugars?
didn't watch that. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Oh yeah, what's that reality show, right? Oh, I can't remember his name.
No, they're just giving me the lyrics to Rage Against the Machine.
Who is?
No, someone on Reddit. Yeah, that I'm telling you, that'd be a good one for him to be singing. I'm curious, but do you guys have any nominees for someone that'd be worse as a the Masked Singer?
Well, Vladimir Putin, if he did it.
I mean, let's be realistic though.
OJ Simpson.
That's a good one. That's a good
OJ
nominee.
Simpson would definitely be a good one. Where
He would probably do it, but he would probably get, he would get a worse reaction than Giuliani. That's a good
You
one.
think we should compile a list of like the potentially worst people.
Casting call. Let's do a mass
put it on the poll. Let's put it on our Twitter poll afterwards.
Yeah. Let's do
the
a mass
Benedict Arnold list. That's what you gotta call it.
Mass Singer casting call. I think we need that.
Oh, Harvey Weinstein, maybe, but he's in jail, so I don't know.
Well, so
God, that would be terrible.
Jimmy Fallon did a whole skit on it, and they were unmasking and they had Weinstein, one of them. They had
holy shit, dude,
Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong Un.
We should get this. Would be a great SNL skit of like the Masked Singer gone wrong, and they're just definitely unveiling all these disgraced people.
Yeah, they're definitely going to do that. I guarantee you somebody's already working out an SNL sketch for it. Guaranteed.
Oh, who's that stupid medical guy that everybody hates? He jacked up the price for pharmacy.
Martin Shkreli.
Yes.
But he'd have to get a day pass from jail. I don't think he could do it. He couldn't do it.
He probably could.
R. Kelly too could be nominated for that one.
Oh, but that borders on
good, right?
Convicted felon.
You want someone that would actually do it. Like OJ Simpson needs money and he's out of prison. He would do it.
I like how Manuel draws the line, and R. Kelly is too ridiculous to pick, but we can have Bill Cosby and OJ Simpson.
Hey, OJ is not convicted. Okay.
Oh God, that was such.
Actually, he is now.
Oh, now he is
right off. He's free because of some like technicality.
Yeah, it was a technicality. Yeah. So he could definitely do it.
I think that's a pretty good list of anyone has it. So we have nominees for a potentially worst person for the Masked Singer. Obviously, Rudy Giuliani actually happened, which is bananas.
Yeah.
Would Bill Cosby be worse? Yeah, right. Like that's a worst person.
Bill Cosby would be worse because it wouldn't even be like it would be like that would be just completely offensive to everyone.
I think
OJ Giuliani, 50% of the viewers are still on Giuliani's side, right? Because notice the judges, only 50% of them walked off. The other 50% didn't walk off.
Just as a comedic vehicle, would it be more funny to have Giuliani be unveiled or the My Pillow guy?
Oh, My Pillow would be worse. That would be.
I don't know enough about the My Pillow guy to give. I know Giuliani pretty well.
Well, the My Pillow guy, though, you would really know because of his voice and anything that he would sing. Hey, the Bears. I
have a better question for all of you. Who is the best singer out of those guys?
Wow.
Okay. I would say probably OJ Simpson. He would have that deep.
I think I'm with him on that. I feel like OJ.
Would do it.
By the way, before we continue, I just want to say we're all going to hell for this conversation.
100%.
But I'm with you. OJ would probably be the best singer out of Bill Cosby, Martin Shkreli, Rudy Giuliani.
Do you think in hell they would still make us do the podcast?
I mean, this is pretty much hell for listening.
Yeah, this is definitely. I thought this was. What do you mean? Wait, I thought this was our punishment. Speaking of punishment, wait, can I give you the update on my dogs?
Oh my God.
It got worse.
There goes our only viewer.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna wrap up. We're done with the Masked Singer conversation. We're just gonna say Bill Cosby is probably the worst potential unveil, and we also think that OJ is the best singer out of all the terrible people.
And a close second to the worst would be the My Pillow guy. That would be a close second. Giuliani.
Good combo, guys. Good combo. So why don't you explain what you want to update before you give us an update? Because some people haven't listened to the last episode.
So for those who don't know, I have these two adorable little puppies. They're Dachshunds, and they're trained, like they're house trained. So, and in the winter when it's very cold, like -20 degrees, which is like, I think that's like 0 degrees Fahrenheit or whatever. But one of them, we didn't know who, was going to the front door where my shoes were, and it doesn't matter where I put my shoes, they would go and squat in my shoe and poop in my shoe. And it would be no matter what. And every day I would find some sort of little present in my shoe. And I've actually stepped in it once. And now I check all the time. But so we found out, we installed a camera, and boy, that was a big thing. So Luna, who we thought she's the younger one, we thought it was her. She was not the culprit. It was Ella, the older one. And she was the culprit. So we know that it's her. And she's the one that's older, that is actually trained to go outside. She goes outside. So we let her out in the backyard and she goes outside. Well, guess what happened? So I had my shoe out there, and somebody fed them meatballs the night before with sauce, because what she did in my shoe was diarrhea. It was, so the shoe I can't even use again. I can't disinfect it. It's completely ruined. So so it was definitely I don't know what to do with my shoe now, but I basically cannot use it at all anymore.
Mikey, how much do I bet you're still using that shoe?
Not only that, would you think that a guy that had all this happen to him, why would the hell would you put the shoe outside if the dogs are going to be out there? You're asking for it now. I feel like you're picking on the dogs.
No, but I put it in a different place. We have other shoes around it. They go in my shoe. I disinfected every single time, but now they've ruined it completely because it was like really messy.
We did talk, me and Emmanuel, because we do have like random middle of the day conference calls that you don't answer, and we were
not home.
Dude, doesn't matter what time we call, you're never around.
You're never home. Hashtag free Mikey. But we had a conference call, and we have an idea for our brilliant business idea we're going to bring to Mark Cuban, and it's called Poop Shoe. And we're just going to, instead of having like have a litter box for cats, we're going to develop a shoe that dogs just shit in, and we're going to show Mark Cuban the video of Emmanuel's foyer with all his shoes.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think I have to wear them first, because there's something, a pheromone that I have, that they know it's my shoe. So I'm gonna have to somehow test out every shoe.
Mark Cuban's going to Samuel L. Jackson you again.
Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. That happened to me. That was so embarrassing.
I had this one yesterday. I'm glad I can finally use it.
Hold on to your butt.
Is Nick Fury your least favorite character in the Marvel?
Character ever. I swear to God, it was like we were walking outside of the stadium at the Raptors game, and it was a Raptors game. We came out and we were in the executive suites. We came out, me and my wife there, and we see Samuel L. Jackson goes into his car. He's there, paparazzi, whatever. And we go there, and I walk right up to his car, say, "Hey, I'm a big fan," and it's literally hand up, talk to the hand. It was the most embarrassing. And my wife even said, "Do not go up to him. Do not go up to him." And I did, and she laughed so hard. Oh,
underrated movie with him though is, have you seen the Unbreakable movies? You don't like it?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, really good. Him, Bruce Willis, and they have one with him, Bruce Willis, and the guy who's really good at playing.
Oh, Unbreakable. Yeah, Glass, right? He's Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass, yeah.
It was excellent.
Movies. Good movies.
It was actually very, very good. The best movie that he was ever in that I saw?
Mac and Me.
No. Listen, I've kept that out of my memory now. You just brought it back, and it's giving me nightmares now again, giving me the jitters. So he was in that shark movie. Does anybody remember?
Sharknado?
No, it wasn't Sharknado. It was when he got eaten by the shark.
Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea was the best. As soon as I saw him in that movie, And it was early on in the show. You say, oh, you can't kill him off because he's such a major character. And he got chomped by the shark. I laughed. Me and my wife just laughed.
Now I feel like we're here now. I didn't think we'd get into Samuel L. Jackson talk today.
Yeah.
But now that we're here, what is his best role, do you think? Because I want to nominate his role in Django Unchained with the I forget the name of his character, but he's like the house slave.
Yeah, house slave. Yeah.
I don't know how. I didn't know how to approach that without.
No, you did. You did fine.
I was like, but yeah,
don't carry it forward. That's fine.
That movie was awesome, and he was really good at that role. But any other nomination for like best Samuel L. Jackson role? Because he's in a lot of movies.
He's in a lot. Yeah, the King's Men. The King's Men he played. It was a good role. He's allergic. Like he gets nauseous when he sees blood, but he's a mass murderer, right? He's an evil mass murderer, and so he played. It was good. It was funny in the King's Men. And then what's the other one? Yeah, I agree with you on
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, good. Like those. Yeah, he plays like those are really good roles. Yeah, those are all very, very good. Pulp Fiction.
His roles though, like he's never a starring role. I feel like he's always like high in the billing, but like never a star. He's kind of like a subsidiary role. What do you got, Mikey?
He was really good in Star Wars too.
Oh, Mace Windu.
Yeah, Mace Windu was very good.
Mace Windu was a G because he had the only guy with the purple lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although, did the guy with the big long head have a purple lightsaber? You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
He had a big long Jedi with like
no. That's Monday.
Yeah. And you know how he got the purple lightsaber? So the story goes, he asked what's his name? It wasn't George Lucas. Who's the other guy? The one that was actually the director for those episodes. For that,
I would have said George Lucas.
Yeah, me too.
He asked. So if it was George Lucas, whatever. But he asked, "Can I have a purple lightsaber?" Now in the ideology, the mythos, the Star Wars universe, there is no purple lightsaber. But he asked, and George Lucas said, "Yeah, sure, no problem. You're Samuel L. Jackson. Anything you ask for, I can give to you." And he gave in and gave it to him. Gave him a purple lightsaber.
Can I tell you who my favorite Star Wars character is? Biggest badass in the whole series?
Oh, who? Boba Fett?
Darth Maul. Darth
Maul. Maul is pretty cool.
Baddest mother in the universe. Like he was the man. The dual side lightsaber. He took on Qui-Gon Jinn and he took on Obi-Wan Kenobi 2-on-1.
Now, is there a theory that they think that he was still alive? He survived being cut in half?
I think there was a theory.
No. So in the Clone Wars, he does come back, and you find out that his legs were broken, and that's it. And now he has like spider legs or something like that, like made machine legs. And he's in the movie Solo. I don't know if you guys watched that. It was actually quite good.
That was good.
He's the main bad guy in that one too.
Who's the worst like bad character or good character in the Star Wars series? I'm going to nominate as the worst. Count Dooku was kind of like the worst. He's kind of a pussy.
Yeah, but what's his name? I forgot his name, but Jar Jar Binks, right? That's the worst.
I mean,
that was pretty bad.
Like a Jedi, like someone who has Jedi powers, either on the good side or the bad side. Because Jar Jar Binks, people hate Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, he's stupid. But
how do you feel about General Grievous?
I like General Grievous. But there's a story about him. Like if they're gonna do some sort of a thing on him, because how did he become where he became? Right? Like there is a story behind it, and he would kill Jedis and steal their lightsabers. So there's something there, right? Like how is he able to do that?
Part of human, or was
he's like got a heart of like a bad guy or like a bad Jedi or something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Bad guy. Jabba the Hutt is awesome, but he's a terrible bad guy.
Yeah, he's a terrible because
he can't do anything.
Yeah, you just don't go visit him. Like that's it. Let him chase you. Like fine.
Do you think there's like a Jenny Craig in the Star Wars like atmosphere that Jabba the Hutt was like envious of or just upset with? You know what I'm saying?
That's what fuels his hatred.
What does he eat? Like, is there like a burger place, like a fast food joint too, in one of the damn planets? Like, that's another thing that bothers me.
In-N-Out Burger. I have it ranked very high in my rankings.
Dude, you and Pick. We're going to California in a couple of weeks.
In-N-Out Burger.
Go back.
LAX. You get out, put your GPS to In-N-Out Burger. There'll be a lineup out the street and around the thing, but just line up and it goes very fast.
We're gonna get back on topic because we definitely spun out. We should actually circle back one time though, because I feel like we're all pretty passionate about the Star Wars stuff. Like I haven't watched the new ones, but like we can get into like the movies. So we'll circle back on another episode. But
Trudeau, you got to watch The Mandalorian though, because it's amazing.
I just want to watch the actual movies, but just to mention what Manuel was saying about In-N-Out. So we are running for the month of March a fast food, or not fast food, like a restaurant chain tournament similar to the March Madness tournament in men's basketball, where we're gonna have 64 restaurant chains and kind of see which one is the best. And guess what? You, the listener, will be deciding what teams advance. So please follow. Yeah, yep, it's going to happen. So please follow the podcast on Twitter at Got Balls Podcast. We're gonna have all the voting there. So we will do that in the start of the month of March. So let's get back on topic. Let's actually do something sports. I know, Mike, you want to do the Pro Bowl, and I swear we will do that in a moment. But Emmanuel, let's get into the Olympics because it started this past week. I think Friday was the opening ceremonies. I haven't watched a minute of it, and Mikey, I'm guessing, hasn't watched any of it.
I don't know. Well, again, it's Olympics.
Well, let me get you set up and get you in. All right. So you are the Olympics ambassador. I'm going to throw some music to you. You can give me whatever you want Olympics, and we're going to for the next 2 weeks we're going to have an Olympic update with Emmanuel. You're going to be our correspondent.
Okay.
So here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let the music ride for a little bit because it's good. It's some good music.
Okay. Well, the Olympics. Now, the Winter Olympics, it's all about Canada. It's all about Norway and Sweden. It is the best.
You have to have more than that for me, man.
Really?
I don't know. But okay. So first, I have are certain sports that I will not know nothing about, but I will always watch. Snowboarding. I'll watch alpine skiing. Curling is amazing. It's actually a really good sport. I really like curling. What I really started to find that I got into was the speed skating, but the pursuit speed skating is vicious. It's vicious. So that I really got into. And now they have a co-ed version of pursuit speed skating. It's like a rally a relay speed skating with 2 women and 2 men on each team. And you have to decide which one's going to be, if you're going to have a woman go against a man or a man go against a woman. At the end of the day, you have to speed skate around, and then you have to catch up to the person and then push them on their butt and then have them take off. It was one of the most fascinating sports I've ever seen. I want to actually now train for that sport. I'm telling you right now, speed skating, I think I could do it. The co-ed version, I think I could do it.
Can I just say, I love how we gave you the full, like I had this giant opening. I recorded the music and everything. I gave you like this big introduction, and the only thing you gave us is it's all about Canada and Sweden. And then you just stop talking and it's just like, okay, cool, great. Thanks for the information. No, I want to know more about the Olympics because I didn't watch any of it. Like, how was the opening ceremonies? Like,
I'll go through all of that.
Atmosphere? Is it enjoyable? What's going on with the Olympics?
Well, it's awesome. But again, it's very subdued, so you can definitely tell that it's a little lame. In a lot of different aspects. Okay, so the opening ceremonies, first of all, was very anticlimactic. So remember what was the best opening ceremonies ever for the Olympics, other than the very first one? Can you guys give me your choices of what is the most memorable Olympics?
Can you go through like the past couple ones for me if you remember?
Acid, you had Vancouver, you had Japan, Nagano. Is it Nagano?
I don't know.
You had all of those, and then you had Beijing before, right? So Beijing, we had the Summer Olympics, but that was like 6 months ago, right?
I can tell you which one of the ones I thought that was the worst was the England one. Do you remember that? It had like people in the fields like farming and stuff. It was like back to the days where there was kings and lords. Like they were trying to bring that day back, and I don't know about that.
Oh, wow. But let me tell you, I will say that technologically, it was a very, very high tech opening ceremonies. The entire floor was a monitor. Essentially, it was like it was all a multimedia presentation on the floor. So as they were walking, there was AI included. So as the little kids were running around, they would basically, like, you'd see little star paths behind them and stuff like that. So it was really cool that way. It was a little lackluster, the lighting of the flame. Now, I don't know for those who watched the Brazil, right? So Rio was one of the best flame lighting in history. You guys remember that with the guy with the arrow, flaming arrow, and he basically lit the torch by shooting an arrow hundreds of meters away, and it went and lit the flame. But yet in practice, he tried it 3 times
I have
and he
a
failed it
spoiler
3
alert.
times. You don't remember that?
I have a spoiler alert. I'm
go ahead.
pretty sure they probably had like it set up so it would light regardless. And I'm
No,
pretty
no,
sure
but
he probably overshot it and they just lit it.
No, but no. The thing is, he was supposed to overshoot it, but when in practice, he never even got it to the thing. So, and he missed it 3 times. Now they did have the backup where they were going to light it up anyways, but he got it dead center. Now, smash cut Beijing 2022. What do? They have the torch that they walked into. They basically placed it into a snowflake, and they just let that rise up to the top, and that was the torch.
Why didn't you give us all of this great information
during the
end of it
yeah.
instead of just saying Canada and Sweden are good?
You know what Emmanuel is? Emmanuel's like that kid that doesn't do his homework for his project that they've had for a month. He like shows up.
I don't want to get too into the weeds, but I feel like this might be one of those episodes where we get way like super inside. But Mikey, do you remember French class?
Oh, the squirrels. Everyone loves squirrels.
We had to do a presentation about France, and we waited till like the last minute, and it was literally, looking back on it, the worst presentation of all time. We had like 4 slides about people who weren't French.
And then Michael Jackson, Tony Danza, Tony Danza.
Tony Danza. Oh,
like, everyone had serious presentations about like France and the culture of France and the French language, and we were just like, "Fuck it, Michael Jackson, not France."
There was something way more important in that class that we were doing because it was like a computer class that we were in. So we played this helicopter game for the whole time. We were all trying to just beat each other, and it's just you press the space button to keep the helicopter up.
Oh. So it's basically Flappy Bird, the early,
early version of Flappy Bird. Yeah, it was before Flappy Bird. Yeah,
if you guys knew that, and you could have taken that game, and you would have been millionaires right now. If you,
if the teacher didn't make us do a stupid French presentation.
Honestly, though, like I don't know why that lady didn't fail us because we deserved to fail that class. Dead ass.
Because she was awesome.
She was mad nice.
Madame Carrero. She was awesome.
Wow.
Shout out. I'm sure she's a listener of the We Got Balls podcast. But back to the Olympics, Emmanuel. So besides Canada and Sweden being Olympic gods, is there anything else you want to talk about? Because I was very excited to see that the Jamaican bobsled team back in the Olympics. Obviously, Cool Running is a really popular movie, and their Jamaican bobsled team's back, so that's pretty sweet. But
they are,
cool?
Yeah. Go ahead,
Mikey. Trudeau. Name the top 3 gold medals placement right now. Just right now, the top 3.
I'm gonna guess that the ROC, which is that bullshit Russian committee, is in there.
Okay, they're second.
They're definitely taking steroids. I've already seen how much sketchy shit's going on in China with like the Chinese officials favoring China and shit. So I'm guessing China's in the top 3.
No, they're not.
No.
I'm gonna guess. I don't want to say Canada just to make you happy. So I'm not.
They're not even in. They're not even.
No, wait a minute.
USA is probably
number of medals. Canada is in second place.
You're behind Italy right now, so don't even get me started with
that. Is true, but we have more medals than them. But we have more bronze medals. Okay,
Slovenia is higher than you. What makes this worse, though? Canada's higher than the United States.
Oh wow,
that's true. 100%.
We're losing to the French, New Zealand, Switzerland, Australia.
Top 3 right now, as of we're recording this on Monday.
Sweden's number 1 in the medal count. Yeah. They have 3 golds.
Cool.
Then it's Russia. Then it's the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's not medal count. Okay. That's just
Emmanuel.
up for gold medals.
Mikey, Emmanuel is bragging about how many participation trophies Canada has in the Olympics. Come on, man.
I had a ton of participation medals.
We were third so many times, like you don't even know how good we are at being third at stuff. Canada, eh?
Yeah, we're very good at being third. But I tell you, and it was funny because whenever the snowboarders would go, and again, snowboarding is a very communal thing, right? It's actually a really fun sport, and the winners, will be cheered on by their competitors, and everybody's like celebrating the women snowboarding as well, slope style. And when one of the girls won, they all came out and congratulated her, and it was like, oh wow, yeah, it was amazing, but it was really well done. But I'm telling you, when you have the snowboarders and they have first, second, and third, and Canada gets it and it makes it into first place, and then somebody beats them, and then they get to second place, they always have a smile on their face, and then somebody beats them and they get to third place. I kid you not, as soon as they lose their place, the guy beats them by a 1/10 of a point, whatever. The Canadian, oh well.
Yeah. They're used
Like,
to being
if I was
losers.
an American, what do you think an American would do? What would an American do?
We throw
You
a
guys
puck
just-
at someone. Trudeau already talked about it.
Was that an American that threw the puck at in the
No,
speed?
so we were talking before the show. So I saw a clip on Reddit, actually. Shout out to Reddit. I love that place. But they were doing the speed skating, and apparently you have to like go around the course. It's like oval. And
Yeah.
to mark the turn, you put like these little pucks in the ground.
Yeah.
It was a couple Canadians in a row, and the Chinese skater was behind them. And as the Chinese skater took the turn, when they do the speed skating, they have their hand on the ground to like, not fall over. The Chinese skater grabbed the puck and chucked it at the Canadian skater's skate and knocked her out and the other person out of the race.
Wow. It's
And
a
of
brutal
course,
sport, though.
of course, the Chinese officials were just like, nothing to see
Well,
here.
nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Yeah, it's a brutal sport, but that is part of that game. Like, that is part of the
That's
game.
not part of the game. That's literally cheating.
No. Look, what happened in
Like,
and America,
I mean,
you
like, you can
really
pull
well.
up, like, stab somebody's part of the game.
Let me tell you something. You guys are making me want to watch this more because of the Chinese officials.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting worse though. So, and there's also a controversy. So you have a Chinese figure skater, beautiful skater, really, and she's American. She's American. Okay. And what happens? She goes and competes in the Chinese team, and now China is against her. Like, they literally are booing her. There's death threats to her. There's all of this.
Wait, what team is she on?
On China's, but she was born in California. She's lived in California all of her life, but yet she wants to celebrate her heritage, and her parents are from Beijing, from China. So she basically competes as in the Chinese team, but apparently everybody's against her because she's American.
Who is this athlete's name? Do you know?
I'll get it.
In all honesty, it's kind of her fault. She's on their team. She should come to our team. We know how to treat our celebrities.
Now
don't
you've
wanna
got
back me
figure
off of
skating.
this.
So U.S. born Zhu. She's inconsolable after team event
Just
flop.
Zoo. Thank you, Manuel.
Yeah.
What zoo? Roger Williams Park Zoo?
Well, and then the other one. So no. So that's the one that is U.S. born. Yeah. So she actually had a fall. And then the other one is a U.S. born figure skater. Yeah, Zhu Yi. So Zhu Yi is the one, and she faces huge backlash in China over the Olympics because she lost. Now all of China thinks that she shouldn't have competed, and she took a spot of somebody that was Chinese born.
Forget about these Olympics. We should have former Olympics play the current ones. I want to see Tanya Harding back out there for the United States.
Oh,
how badass would that be?
In the pursuit game, so that she can really knock one of them out.
What? No, I want to see her face the zoo girl.
You know what they should do? They should take former Olympians and and bring back American Gladiators, the TV show. Do you remember American Gladiators?
American Gladiators, badass, man.
Oh my god. Are there any Olympic sports in the Winter Olympics that you guys actually like? Because there's one event that I watch when it's on, and I think it's fascinating. I kind of want to try it.
Okay.
I don't know the name of it, but I think Manuel's familiar with it.
So you're gonna go to this store and be like,
I'll look up the name if you guys don't know, but it's when it's cross country skiing, and every once in a while you stop to take the rifle out and shoot.
Oh
the
yeah.
target.
oh
Yeah.
god.
So the way it works is like it's a
Gully?
course where you're doing these laps cross country skiing, and you're supposed to stop, take a rifle off your back, and shoot a target from like 50 meters away. And every time you miss the target, you have to do like a penalty like lap, so it slows you down. And the thing that makes it challenging is that if you're doing cross country skiing for 30 minutes, an hour straight, you're getting tired and you're breathing heavy. So when you're breathing heavy and you're trying to shoot a sniper rifle, like it's hard to keep it focused. It's really cool to watch.
Yeah. So
Is
it's
it
called a
decathlon?
biathlon. It's called a biathlon. Yeah.
Okay, biathlon, yeah.
But I was very concerned because having it in China, I was very concerned that they're going to let like
Oh,
people
God.
out of prison out
Go
of
ahead.
prison, and then they'd
Go
have
ahead.
it as part of the competition where you'd have to like knock one of them off. I don't know, but no, the biathlon is actually a very cool sport, but it's very, it's a very I still see it as a sport that you really like. What's the use of that? Like, is that a hunt? Like that's a hunting? Like a lot of these sports have no use in the real world though. Like these sports, like when would you ever use pole vaulting as an example? Right?
When are you ever going to take a bat and hit a ball in real life? I mean, sports are sports, man. Like,
yeah. But biathlon, yeah, definitely. The shooting part of it's just like somebody said, you know what would make this fun? Let's do 20-kilometer on little like skating on like toothpicks. Yeah, let's shoot at things now. Like I think they just added that just
so intense though. I love it. Mikey, are there any well, first of all, before I get to Mikey, man, you just got us banned in China for saying they're gonna shoot prisoners. Thank you for that. All of our Chinese fans are now gone. Appreciate it. But I know.
Come on, Zoo, come back.
Come on, Zoo. Come back. What a good callback. Mikey, are there any Winter Olympic games that you particularly enjoy?
I like just watching the hockey games. I want to see the United States finally pull off an upset and beat those damn Canadians.
No way. Women's hockey. That's the bomb in the Winter Olympics. The women's hockey is going to do really well this year too.
Did you see what happened with the Canadian women's team? They have to like wear masks the whole time or something because they didn't have the test results back or something.
I don't know the controversy on that, but yeah, I don't know what the controversy is. I don't know
they didn't get the results of the COVID tests back in time.
So they had to wear the mask.
All of the players had to wear a mask the entire game, which they won like 6-1 or something. So it didn't really affect too much.
I want to see them play like a team like Italy blindfolded and see if they can win. That's how good Canada is.
Random thing I want to send you guys after the show was so the NHL had their All-Star weekend, I think this past weekend, and they have like a skills competition where they have to shoot one-on-one like penalty shots against a goalie. And you're supposed to do it in like a cool way that's exciting. It's like a skill based. Well, it's skill, but also you get like points for like style or whatever. And one guy came out on the ice with the Average Joe's jersey on, like like from dodgeball. He had a blindfold on, and I shit you not, he did a spinning blindfold, spinning with a puck, and scored a goal against the goalie. It was pretty amazing. So check that out if you haven't done already. I would Google like Average Joe's NHL All-Star Weekend. It was really cool to watch. Okay. But so Mike, you said hockey. Emmanuel, do you have any Winter Olympics events that you kind of particularly are fond of?
Well, I do like the alpine skiing is always one of my favorites, and I like ice skating. I like the women's figure skating. I thought is just excellent. I think it's very good. Now, here's a very interesting one. I know you guys can't see this, but this is the backdrop for the slope style.
I saw that today.
And this is a nuclear power plant behind the snowboarders, skiers. This is so dystopian. It's like, oh my God. I even looked at Myra and I said, are they skating at a nuclear power plant? And yeah, it's a power plant.
No, I've seen this before. This was on Tony Hawk.
Love Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Great game.
So 3 minutes ago. So Canada against US women's hockey. It's happening now, baby. We're gonna see who wins. Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're gonna lose the bigger ball or bucket. So
yeah, that's true. That is so true. That is so true. Oh my god.
Daniel,
Who did I have? I had the
Doesn't
Bulls.
he owe us another loss for
Bulls
this week?
and
Now that I
Bulls.
think about it.
Daniel, you really need to start paying off these losses. You owe us too.
Okay, I'm gonna chug my cider. It's
No,
No,
that's not how this works.
no. Trudeau, I have a good one though. Can we make him dress up in all USA like
I have like,
for the
US
whole?
the whole. I can do that. That's a
No,
punishment.
but like a band, like we want what, like
Bandana?
something for your head, yeah,
Bandana and
shirt, and you gotta have Myra draw you the USA flag here, and you can
Okay.
only say positive things about America
I would
and
accept that
negative
as
stuff about
punishment for you.
Canada.
Wait a minute. This comes from a guy who had to pay his punishment by wearing sunglasses.
Listen, it's not my fault that I knew how to
come on.
work it. Also, you've lost like 8 in a row right now. We're running out of things for you to do.
3. Okay, I owe 3. No, I owe 2 right now.
Oh, 3 still?
No, I owe 2.
Go-tos.
And if I lose this, if I lose the next 2, it's 2 out of 4 that they have to win. And I have the bullshit Bulls that I don't. And again, I was so torn when the Bulls lost against the Raptors. I was so torn. I watched that game in agony. It went into overtime. I was in agony because I wanted the Bulls to win, but I really absolutely was so happy that the Raptors won. And again, Trudeau, you watched the game. Was that not like, are the Raptors not the most exciting team in the NBA now?
They're fun. They're fun. I don't know what their chances are of being great in the playoffs.
It's not about winning. It's about showing up.
Okay.
Giving a show. It's about an entertainment.
Wait, is that like Google's? Is that Google's way of things? Their mission statement? It's not about winning. Screw Amazon. Screw Tesla. Screw Facebook.
This is such a Canadian thing with his 18 bronze medals in the Olympic and no gold. It's not about winning. It's about having fun.
We're proud of being 3rd place. Okay, please. Come on.
Congratulations. You're definitely 3rd place. No, I'm just kidding. You're not 3rd place in the show.
We will let you, Trudeau, when you come to Canada, we will let you merge into our lane. And
He's gonna be arrested 5 minutes into Canada when someone holds the door for him and he goes off.
I've been to Canada. I've been to Montreal, and I like their style because they're dicks in Montreal. So I'm with them. When you speak English in Montreal, they give you a middle finger and a dirty look. They don't like that, and I like that about them. So, did you want to talk about Pro Bowl, Mikey?
No, you didn't let me go through the whole list that I wrote for us. I want to talk about the Tinder swindle. Have you guys watched that yet?
Good. Yeah, well, Myra's watching it right now, and I'm so furious at this guy. And it's real. It's a completely real
crazy.
Story. Crazy. I tried to follow him on so the girls that are involved in this. So you have to explain it, but so we followed a few of them on Instagram, and he still has his Instagram up. Okay, and he has 130,000 followers on Instagram.
Trudeau, do you know anything about this story?
I heard about it on a podcast today, so I'm familiar with the premise of it.
So
I know that he says that the reason why things are bad is because his enemies. That's all he says is my enemies.
Yeah, well, it's more than that.
No. So it's about this guy from Israel who literally dates these girls. And when they start feeling comfortable with them, he asks them for money and open up credit lines and tells them, and he does the same routine to each and every single one of them. Yeah. Same pictures, same. And he looks like his pictures, so he's not catfishing anybody, but he has them go and borrow crazy sums of money.
Yep. And
he uses it to basically Ponzi scheme them for another woman. So he uses your money to woo another woman and then he flies them out, and they have to make a movie.
I mean, I can't even be mad at this guy. It sounds like every other TV show in the world. Like you ever watch 90 Day Fiance? It's the same idea. People are stupid, take advantage of them. It's just like
this is at a different level. This guy is at a completely different level, and he always gives them one of his watches as payback, but it's a fake watch, right? So Rolex or whatever, Pierre Cartier, whatever, and it's always a fake watch that he gives them when he meets up with them. And like, there's one girl that is out 140,000, but she's a smart one. She's the
smart one that's out 100.
No, she wasn't the smart one. The last one he dated, No, but the last one wasn't out that much money, but she took all his clothes.
Yeah, that's the one. But but I thought that she was out for 140,000, wasn't it? Or is that
No, I
something?
thought it was like 5 or 6K. It
Oh,
wasn't
was it?
anything like
Okay,
super
okay.
crazy.
Well, that's not bad. Just a little
Yeah.
quick 6K, no problem.
Yeah. No, but she went to go visit him. So finally she knew what was going on and she still played along, went, and she worked in the luxury fashion industry and she knew that he was wearing a fortune of clothes like Versace, Gucci, everything. So she says, "Oh, well, we can get quick money by selling your clothes. I can sell it and I'll send you the money." So she basically scammed him. So he gave her all of his clothes, all of his high-end clothes, and she basically took it and, and basically, F you, you're gone.
And it shows all the text messages that he like sends them and the voice messages. He does a ton of voice messages. And he's basically got an entourage that follows him around like Trudeau when he does this as well. He's got a bodyguard, he's got a partner. And it's crazy.
And
Like
his bodyguard gets beaten up every single time. So whenever they fall into where they're too comfortable, then he says, "My enemies are against me. Look, they tried to stab my bodyguard." And then they have a picture of the bodyguard, this fat Russian guy sitting on a gurney with like a scar. But he said the exact same thing to every single one.
And then he says, "This is getting unsafe for you. It's getting unsafe. Give me $10,000 because we had to stop my credit card because the enemies know where he is." So it's
good. It's very good.
You can't trust someone who has that many enemies. Can't trust someone.
No, not at all.
Is it so? Like, I haven't watched any of this, but like, is this guy good looking?
No. Yeah, he's
good guy.
Mikey, come on.
He tries to go. Well, okay, he got a Russian model, Emmanuel.
Yeah, that's fine.
So money. Like, the guy's okay looking. Is he dating like unattractive just women with a lot of money, or is he like okay,
like very good looking women?
It's very believable that like this is so if it was like a good looking guy and like these ugly chicks with a lot of money, like you can see like, all right, this is too good to be true. It's probably, I can't see what's on the screen.
Sorry, Raptors against Hornets.
Oh my God.
It's probably a catfish, scheme or whatever, a scam. But so this seems legit to these women, right? Like it's everything seems kosher.
100%. Yeah. Until the end, when finally they either figure it out or they can't give him any more money. And it is a Ponzi scheme. So he literally is using the money. But apparently, so he scammed because the police look at him as a small-time swindler because he's doing it in very small chunks with multiple people, and he's just saying, "Look, I'm not doing any type of fraudulent work. They're lending it to me. I'm borrowing money from them. They're lending me money from their credit card. That's not on me. That's on them." And he's taken them for $10 million total so far. It might even be more than that.
And Trudeau, when he sends over the bodyguard photos, right? He automatically makes you shut your Instagram. Like he says he has to delete his Instagram because his enemies are too close to finding out where he is, and that you have to put yours on private. And while he's doing that, he's dating another girl and posting pictures of him.
It's brilliant.
It's terrible.
But again, he's a Hasidic Jew, right? So he's basically Orthodox Jew, right? So Orthodox Jew, and his father's a rabbi, comes from a good family, and completely at the age of 18, he basically went into a life of crime and all of this stuff. And he started off forging checks for a company he worked for. He started to steal a check, and then he started to write checks to himself. That's how it started.
I gotta so for the audience, if they're interested in this nonsense, which it seems pretty interesting. What's the show called, and where can I find it?
Well, you got to pay an extra $1.50 because that's what Netflix wants now, is an extra $1.50.
Oh wait,
okay,
$2
on Netflix.
$2.10.
I don't pay for Netflix, so it's all good. So it's on Netflix.
Whose do you like? What Netflix account are you on?
Oh my God, I don't pay for anything. We're on everyone's accounts everywhere.
The Trudeau swindler.
I am the swindler.
It's the Trudeau swindler. So here you guys are complaining about my Starbucks scam when I get free.
I've never even said anything about your Starbucks scam.
Okay, and then Trudeau goes, and what does he do? What's the best show on Disney Plus or on Apple TV? So Apple TV is
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, right? You loved it, right, Trudeau? It's worth every penny. How many pennies did you pay? You paid zero. Why? You did a trial.
I'm
You
either
did a
just doing
trial.
trials of these streaming services or I'm stealing someone's password. You're literally making difficult orders at Starbucks, hoping they fuck up so you can make them make new ones. That's asshole move.
That's not an asshole move.
Yeah,
That is pretty asshole.
It's customer service. They're doing me a favor. They feel like they're.
Why do you think they want to
Emmanuel,
unionize now? Is because of
you're
you.
crazy. Manuel, I have one question for you.
Why are you the way that you are?
That's all. All right, let's get to the last topic before we get out of here today. I wanted to talk about life's simple pleasures. And it's a weird topic because everyone defines it a little differently. And I'll start with a couple of mine just to kind of open the floor and kind of give the idea to the audience and you guys what we're looking for.
Okay.
So one thing I wrote down was, so when you do your laundry, you put your clothes in the dryer. I find this to be an amazing experience is when you go downstairs and you grab the sweatshirt out of the dryer nice and warm and toasty, take off the shirt you're wearing and throw the toasty sweatshirt right on from the dryer. Like there's nothing better. It's just like it's such a simple thing to do, but it brings such joy. And that's kind of the idea of like these little simple things in life that just bring you such great joy. It's just like such a good pleasure of life. So do you guys have any nominations? I have a couple. I have a list. So if you need
I
a
got one
second.
that happened today during my Starbucks scam episode.
Oh,
Guess
God.
what? They ran out of paper straws. They only had plastic straws left. They gave me a plastic straw. It was like the best thing. Oh my God. I can finally drink my drink without my straw disintegrating halfway through my drink.
Your simple pleasure is killing sea turtles with plastic straws. Excellent.
F the turtles. F the turtles. I'm telling you right now, none of my Starbucks drinks taste the same. My free Starbucks drinks that I get all the time. Oh, and by the way, there's another scam that you can do with this too. I'll tell you about it later though.
You don't have in Canada like the they have now in America the lids that have the like a sippy cup almost to it for Starbucks.
Yeah, they have that.
What's wrong with those? What's wrong with those?
Not the same. Completely not the same.
I feel like he's one that spills a lot.
They had one drink. I had a Trenta drink, and it was a crazy drink that I ordered. And I had a Trenta, and they put a lid on it. Didn't use a straw. I started sipping on it. The lid was not on it properly. The entire drink spilled all over my front of my thing. Now the lady saw it. She gave me a new drink.
They probably did it on purpose because they knew you were an asshole making these shitty drink orders. It's like, here's the guy.
Win.
So your simple pleasure is having plastic straws and your simple pleasure is really just killing turtles. So that's a nice one to start with. Mike, you got one?
You know when you have a mechanical pencil and it runs out?
Right here. Look, right here.
When it runs out and it comes back on, even though this is something I miss in elementary school, the water cooler was where the pencil sharpener was. Like you would go talk to your friends, right? When you'd put the pencil in and do the right?
Yeah.
And you just talk to your friends about stuff and no one would bother you. The teachers wouldn't even care. Those were the days. Don't grow up too fast, kids.
The 1980s called and they want their mechanical pencil back, Mikey.
Okay, why don't you go to your Ponderosa restaurant where the Mountain Dew or whatever.
Kill some more turtles, Emmanuel. God damn it.
You're over here talking about. I would think that your simple pleasure now, Emmanuel, is your ice cubes that you brag about.
Oh, I found the new ice cubes now.
So
I had my round ice cubes.
Why would you say anything?
So on Amazon, so listen to this, the greatest thing since sliced bread. So they have silicone ice cube makers, right? But you only get them like as four, a pack of 4. And now I have square ice cubes, but they're the jumbo square ones. So it's
they're little tables.
No, they're big, but they actually hold the cold. Like I've been drinking, this is my second cider. You guys are making me alcoholic. I still have ice cubes in it.
No one's making you drink that.
No.
You're like one of those kids that you can make do anything by just saying it's cool. Trudeau's like, I'm gonna smoke some crack today. Emmanuel's like, oh, okay.
Well, if you're in America, you get just as much of a penalty as smoking weed, so might as well smoke the crack. Am I right?
What are the Chinese audience in the Olympics? Like, what are they doing?
Opium.
Like,
no.
Like, what do they do though? Do they have like clappers?
not
Towels.
They have it's all very uniform. I didn't mention this as well. There was a military type of theme for the opening ceremony,
Manuel.
and very materialistic.
Manuel.
Materialistic. What?
Again, so we started the episode. I gave you this giant introduction to the Olympics. All you said was Canada and Sweden Olympics are good. We're now like a half an hour removed from that segment, and you're going back to telling us more details about the Olympics.
Imagine all three of us in some sort of class and having to do.
Emmanuel would be like the kid that just like we would be the kids doing bad shit, and Emmanuel will be the one that wants to join us and gets all in trouble.
Oh man, where were you when we were in the French class, Emmanuel?
All right, you guys have more simple pleasures. I have a few more if you want. It seems like you definitely want them. I can tell.
I have a simple pleasure, but only only people that will understand this if you have kids, and if you have older kids. Okay,
I'm out.
So I know, but your younger kids, you will appreciate this as they get older. When my older son, filled up my car with gas without me asking him. He said, "Dad, I filled up your car." And he didn't even have to brag about it. He literally said, "Dad, your car's good for tomorrow." And now what's happened is that he's been doing all these tiny little things that he doesn't even tell. He doesn't brag about it. He doesn't do anything. That is the life's simplest pleasure, greatest pleasure in the world, is when your kid does something nice for you, you know that they appreciate you.
No, I'm with you on like a similar note. Like if your significant other borrows your car and you go to get in it the next day, or whatever, and he or she fills up the gas tank, and you're like, "Oh hell yeah, I got a full tank. Let's go."
No, but the opposite of that is that I have the opposite with my wife. It's a little different story. If I don't fill up her gas, I get in shit because it's just like opening the door for somebody. She expects it. So,
my simple pleasure is when I put my shoes on and there's no poop in them. That's a simple pleasure. Or me waking up at 12 and I don't have to hear a Google Duo. It's another simple pleasure of mine.
Strangely enough, Emmanuel's simple pleasure is when he puts his shoe on and there is shit in it.
Yeah. Oh, that was so gross when that happened.
All right. How about this one? Ready?
Mm-hmm. Okay, go.
When you go to take a shower and you get rid of the old towel, fresh towel, like unused, the first use of a towel after like get out of the shower, amazing feeling.
Okay.
How about this one more before you go? One more, because I want to plow through a couple of these. Let's see. When you change your sheets before bed, you have fresh sheets on the bed, like everything's fresh in the bed. There's nothing better than getting to the bed and everything's just fresh and new. Oh God.
Yeah. Nice.
Love it.
Nice.
Sorry.
So I have one more for you for the towel thing. So we found a better pleasure than that is not only a fresh towel, but a heated. So we have a heated.
Okay, from now on, when Emmanuel one-ups someone, we have to have something.
A sound.
A sound like a.
I'm thinking
Mario. You
I was
get a
coin? Mario, the mushroom, right? Where he goes,
yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I got you
So
for
you
next
gotta get
week.
that. So I'm gonna one up you. So we have these canisters that heat up the towels. So, and the wonderful thing is that before you get into the shower, you take your fresh towel and you put it in the canister, turn it on, go take a shower, you come out and you have a heated towel. That is the best feeling. And it's a clean, fresh towel, but it's heated. That's an amazing feeling.
This is why Trudeau doesn't want to leave his house anymore. You just keep pooping on every single thing. The poor guy's first one was a sweatshirt, and you're like, "Oh yeah, no." You know what's even cooler? My heated sweatshirt. Oh,
I'm gonna put up every single thing you guys say.
Fresh sweet. Oh, nice, some fresh sheets. Oh no, our maid goes and irons our sheets, and then she puts this golden salt we have in him. Leave the poor guy alone.
Salt Bay it.
Salt Bay. Oh, well, I'm gonna have a nice time this Friday. I'm going to the spa this Friday, so I'll have life's expensive pleasure. This is not a
simple pleasure, man.
And it's a Scandinavian spa, and it's actually my wife. We went to it last time, and you know the Umbrella Academy. Mikey, did you watch the Umbrella Academy?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's very good. You guys got to watch it. So these are heated pools that are outside, but in the negative 20 degrees, you can go into these heated pools, and they're amazing. So I'm going to be doing that this Friday. Okay,
I will watch The Umbrella Academy. I just have one problem: is that I'll have to put it in line behind In and of Itself. I'm still meaning to watch that one.
Yeah, why is it that you guys have not watched it yet? It's still the best show. Well, the reason why the Umbrella Academy I bring it up is because the main actor, one of the main actors in the Umbrella Academy, was across from us in the spa the last time we went, and he was in the pool, but he was with a different girl than his actual girlfriend. So we knew something that was scandalous, and I won't say who the actor was because he's probably listening to this podcast. But
what a swindler.
Yeah. But he has, you know who his girlfriend is?
Who?
In the Kingsmen, you know the chick, I don't want to say chick, the girl that has the knives for feet.
What the fuck?
Kingsman? Yeah. She's really cool. She's Italian and she has knives for feet. So she has no
question
for legs.
I'm curious now. All right. I've never watched this movie. I'm thinking of one of three things. Either she has legs, like, you know, people have like peg legs, and it's just like peg knives. Or is her whole foot, like, don't tell me, or is maybe her whole foot just one big knife? Or this is my first thought: she has a regular foot but 5 knife toes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
5 knife toes, right? That makes more sense.
Like butter knives, though.
Yeah,
this is like literally you're describing a movie that would basically be produced by the director of Mac and Me. Okay, that is a stupid movie.
Well, that's why we can't watch your stupid movies, because you're losing all these bets, and I have to do one with you because there's not enough bets, and we're watching Mac and Me instead of In Itself.
Hey, but I still want Trudeau to watch Mac and Me, so he's got to lose one of the bets. Okay, but anyways, so she did lose her leg from the knee down, and from the knee down she has knives. Okay, swords. Okay, swords for.
But wouldn't it be one sword?
No, she has 2.
Oh, because she lost both her legs.
Both her legs. She's badass, but she's really, really pretty. She's an Italian model, and that's this guy's girlfriend. And we went there, and he's dating a Canadian, and he's there in the pool with a Canadian, and she, okay. Anyways, I'm not gonna say anything else. Yeah.
Hey, Manuel, don't you have shit shoes?
I do.
You could be a superhero.
I am.
The only problem is Nick Fury's not coming to see you.
Talk to the head. Talk to the head. Oh,
his loss, right?
It is completely his loss. He could have got to know me. We could have invited him to the podcast. Jeez, I was going to invite him to the podcast, and then he could talk to the hand. Myra still laughs.
Another nomination for best Samuel L. Jackson movie is Snakes on a Plane.
God.
Snakes.
I thought that was
on a fucking plane.
That was a stupid. That was a stupid movie, stupid premise altogether. Yeah, but anyway,
what was stupid about there is snakes on a plane?
Like, that's in the realm of Sharknado. It's the same thing. It's like it's stupid premise. It wasn't very good. And yeah. No.
Wait, after he shunned you, didn't he like sign autographs for other kids or something?
Oh no, he did. So so this is the thing. He came out. He did actually meet up with other folks there and basically sign autographs and paparazzi.
Samuel Jackson.
So, and my wife told me, do not go up to him. You're going to bother him. And I didn't listen.
I love Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. Probably just didn't want to talk to Canadians.
That's probably what it was.
We should have a Samuel Jackson theme episode.
We can all dress like him.
Him and Sinbad. Am I right?
Oh, I'd love to talk to Sinbad.
All right.
I have Sinbad's cell number.
Oh,
yeah,
no, you don't. We called.
And he called him before.
He disconnected me.
Yeah. All right. You guys
we called with a different number.
Oh God. Do you have anything else you guys want to get off your chest before we got out here today? This is a fun one. It was a mess of an episode, but it was a fun one.
I love it. I love it. No, I love you guys, man.
Emmanuel thrives in the chaos. So I'm gonna hit the music. We're gonna get out of here. I'm a little different exit today because we're in the theme of Emmanuel's Olympics.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the We Got Balls podcast today. Remember, rate, subscribe, review. Check us live every Monday night on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. That's all for this week, folks. We'll talk to you next week. Peace out.